sisters and we've stories to tell. We're the silly sisters and we might even yell. So listen very carefully whatever you do, 'cause if you're not careful, you might be singing too.
Well, I'm Heidi.
And I'm Greta. And we're sisters.
Now, which one of us do you think is older?
Which one of us do you think is taller?
Well, which one of us do you think our mom likes the best?
Well, Heidi's older.
And Greta's taller.
And Mom likes me the best. Well, Heidi and I really and truly are sisters. And we have been singing and telling stories together all of our lives.
Well, at least all of your life.
True. Now, we like to sing and tell stories that have already been written.
And we like to sing and tell stories that come out of the ideas in your heads.
And that's called improvisation. So Heidi and I are going to tell a story right now based entirely on the ideas in your head. So what do you want us to tell the story about? Just yell out anything that comes to... Oh, yeah, ball. I heard a ball.
Oh, and I heard little girl from... What's your name? Nikki. Nikki said little girl.
And what's your name? Charlie? Okay, and Charlie said ball. So Heidi and I are going to tell a story about a ball and a little girl named Nikki. So, once upon a time, there was a ball. A bounce, a bounce, a bounce.
I think it was a big, heavy ball.
A bounce, a bounce, a bounce.
No, I think it was a tiny little ball. No. I think it was a big ball, like a beach ball filled with hot air.
A bounce, a bounce.
No, it was a ball made out of Jell-O.
A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle.
Well, remember, also in this story, there's a little girl named Nikki. And Nikki was always bored. I'm so bored. She'd wake up in the morning and ask her mom, I don't have anything to do. I'm so bored. Mama, when's dinner? I'm so bored all day.
So one day, Nikki was lying in the yard with her eyes clamped tightly shut, and she was saying,
I'm so bored.
And when her mom hollered out the window, Nikki, how are you doing? Nikki said,
help me out. I'm so bored.
And when the postman came to deliver the letter, he said, Nikki, how are you doing? And Nikki said, I'm so bored. And when the newspaper boy came to deliver the paper, he asked Nikki, how are you doing? And Nikki said,
I'm so bored.
I think she was bored.
I think she was bored.
And don't forget about the ball that's bouncing down the street. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. And it bounced around the corner. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle. And it bounced into the yard. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. Bounced on Nikki's head. A ball. And went bouncing off. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle.
Well, Nikki opened her eyes and she looked up and she said, what was that? And then she looked up at the sky and she saw all those big white fluffy clouds. And she said, I've never seen those before. They look so pretty. And some of them are even shaped like animals. And that one even looks like a dog.
And still looking around for what it was that had bounced on her head, Nikki looked underneath the bush. And she saw a rabbit. And she stared at it very quietly so as not to scare it away.
And then she looked up in the tree and she heard this chirping. And there was this big nest up in the branches, and there was a mother robin with a big, long, fat worm that she was feeding to her babies. And she said, wow, I've never seen that before.
And before Nikki knew it, it was time to eat. And the moral of the story is, if you're laying around saying, I'm so bored,
open your eyes,
and it might be a ball. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. A bounce, jiggle, jiggle. The end. So that's a story that Heidi and I made up based entirely on the ideas in your and all of your heads.
And thanks for helping us tell the story.
Did you know
every story ever written?
Did you know
every rhyme ever read?
Did you know every melody we're singing started out as an idea in somebody's head? And that somebody is you. Oh yeah! Thank you.